Welcome to the 12th beginner lesson. In this lesson, we will practice the combination of Oyotoshi and snapback. We will practice the question from chapter 28 in the 120eagle.com. This lesson will be a bit more difficult as the combination of these two skills required more calculation. We have learned the Oyotoshi and snapback in the last lesson. Actually, these two skills are often used together. Let's see the demonstration. In this demonstration, we first need to play a snapback. That means sacrifice one stone. Then we could play a Oyotoshi or connect to die. These two skills used together quite often, especially at the bottom line. Let's try more exercise. In this question, we need to try to capture these 4 white stones. The first move is to play a snapback. If we just play here, then white could just connect. There is no measure for the white stones. So we first need to play a snapback. Then we could play a Oyotoshi. This is a more complicated question. First we need to play a snapback, because if we hit here, white could just connect. We don't have any measures. But which point to sacrifice? A or B? That's a question. If we sacrifice at point A, white could capture us, and you could find that there are no further moves for black stones. As if black tried to hit here, white would not connect. White connect, then it will become an Oyotoshi. But white would not connect. White could play elsewhere. Maybe here. Then after black capture this stone, white could connect. We cannot play an Oyotoshi unless white make a mistake. So that's not the correct answer. The correct answer is to play a snapback at this point. White could only capture us. Then we could play a Oyotoshi. This time, if white don't connect, we could capture them. If white connect, then this become a connect and die. That's a bit complicated. Let me show you one more time. We need to first play at this point. Then play a Oyotoshi. After white connect, we could capture all of them. In this question, our target is these 3 white stones. If we just hit here, then white connect. We failed. So, we need to play a snapback here. After white capture us, we could play a Oyotoshi. In this question, our target is these 4 white stones. As these 4 white stones divided the 3 black stones, and this group of black stones is a very important key stones. We first need to play a snapback here. Then we could play a Oyotoshi here. If we don't play a snapback, we just hit at this point. Then white could connect. It also failed if we play here, because white could connect at this point. You can see this is the key point for white. So we need to play at this point to reduce its liberty. Oh, this is a very classical question. It's a 5-move question, so it's not easy. I advise you to take some time to think about it. Try to use the skills of snapback and Oyotoshi. You could capture the key white stones. First, we need to play a snapback here. Then we hit at this point. At last, we play at this point. We could capture all of the white stones. If we just hit at this point, white could connect. then black failed. Let's try the last question here. This is also very difficult. The first move is snapback, but you can see we could not play at this point now because white could capture us. So we need to capture these white stones first to increase our liberty. Then, funny thing happens. If white try to connect, we could still capture them, because after hitting them, we could divide the white stones. Let me demonstrate one more time. We first play a snapback. If we don't play a snapback, white could connect. Then we are failed. Snapback is very important to reduce enemy's liberty. Then we need to wait one move. After white connect, we could hit them and capture all of them. That's all for this lesson. These are more difficult lessons, so remember to try out the exercise, and I highly recommend you to do 1 or 2 more times to master the knowledge of snapback and oyatoshi. So that's all for this lesson. Thank you for watching and see you next time.